About to do After GMS on the News 2 Facebook page. Thank you.
April Fools. April Fools in May, but hey, since the calendar is off anyway,
Exactly.
because it feels like summer when it's actually spring. I mean, it's all relative.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Tracy McCain here with meteorologist Christian Morgan and Megan Malaris.
Yeah, you heard some of our mic checks in there. You heard us getting situated as we get ready to start this Friday edition of After GMS. Welcome in, come on in, join us for this live feed here. We're going to have some great conversations coming up, but first we got to discuss this forecast.
Yes.
We've had everything this week, but now, as Tracy said, feeling more like July.
No, it's hot. Oh, I'm not supposed to read that part. I thought that was written for me. Sorry.
It works though.
I was like, wait a minute, I don't normally read stuff. All right, so let's talk about the weather. It is hot and it is humid, and that's not going anywhere. Like Megan said, it really does feel like summer. Heat and humidity is going to rule the weekend. Take a look at some of the numbers from yesterday. First 90-degree day, right on the money of the year so far. 67 was the morning low yesterday. Averages are 79 and 58. So yes, we were well above normal in all regards, but at the same time, we normally average our first 90-degree day of the year around May 18th. So it was pretty much right on the money there. Of course, didn't come close to breaking any records yesterday, but we may do that today. My forecast is for 93. The record for today is 95, set back in 1917. So we may come close to tying that. I don't think we'll break it, but we'll come close to at least scaring it. I don't think we'll have a good opportunity to break it for your Saturday. 92 is my forecast. The record for Saturday is 96. For today, though, that heat and humidity going to create some unhealthy levels of ozone in the atmosphere. So that means we're in a code orange for air quality. So if you have breathing trouble or maybe asthma or any kind of respiratory issue, you're probably going to want to limit the amount of time that you're spending outdoors today. Of course, we go back to that yellow moderate category as we go into your Saturday. Already warm, just going to get warmer as we go throughout the day. 68 in Greensboro now, 73 already in Winston-Salem this morning, 75 in High Point, 71 in Lexington. We're in the 60s in the Wilkesboros and mid and upper 50s up in the mountains. And of course, the humidity is here for a while too. Dew points in the 60s and really not going to move for the next several days. In fact, they're going to go up as we go into your Saturday, Sunday, and into early next week. But by Tuesday, Wednesday, middle of the week, we'll look for some of that humidity to drop back a little bit. On the radar, of course, I know some storms may have kept you up last night for a little while, but they are all gone now. Totally quiet on the radar, and no storm threat for today. We have high pressure, our dominant weather feature on the map right now. Down to our south, and clockwise flow around a high pressure system will give us a south and southwesterly wind. So it does continue to warm us up. It also continues to add in some extra humidity into the atmosphere as well. So really over the course of your Saturday, the only thing that's going to be driving a chance for storms is going to be just the heat and humidity and unstable air that we have. There will be a little disturbance that will be crossing the area, so that may add to some extra uplift for the air to rise and possibly form storms, but don't look for storms today. A better chance for your Saturday and Sunday. By early next week, we're watching a cold front that'll slide by on Monday. That will give us some rain, but it also will give us some cooler temperatures and drier air by the middle of next week. So here's how Futurecast plays it out today. It's a mostly sunny day of weather for today. Heading into your Saturday, partly cloudy, and then we'll watch the afternoon and evening hours for some scattered showers and maybe a storm. Right now, it doesn't look like any of those storms would be severe to me, but of course, if that changes, we will let you know. Already warm, getting even hotter very quickly too. Mid-80s by lunchtime today, climbing up into the low 90s this afternoon. And once you factor in that humidity, it's going to feel like the mid, maybe upper 90s in some locations. So we're starting to talk about that heat index again when we have all this heat and humidity coupled together. There's your weekend, 92, so another day in the 90s for your Saturday with a few afternoon showers and storms. Better chance for that on your Sunday as we head into the afternoon and evening. We should be able to come down from 90, but barely. How about 89 for Sunday? That's still 90 in my book, the way it feels outside. After that, cold front slides by on Monday. Yes, it does bring us some rain at times for Monday afternoon. Then heading into the middle of the week, we're a little drier, a little cooler, a little less humid by Tuesday and Wednesday. 75 Tuesday, 78 Wednesday, back to the 80s by next Thursday.
All right, so of course, when we talk about heat and you turn it up, we have to find ways to cool down.
Yes.
Yes, turn up, cool down. Turn up for, okay.
Turn up for what?
See,
I saw where you were going with that.
I know you did. I knew one of you would. Christian, come on. Okay, so you have a lot of options to choose from when it comes to cool treats.
All right, so do you prefer popsicles, ice cream, frozen yogurt? The possibilities are endless. Maybe a snow cone. Here's a fun fact. Did you know ice cream used to be called cream ice? And it was first introduced in France in 1553. The treat used to be for only royalty and was not available to the public until 1660. What a travesty.
All right, so what's your go-to treat to cool down on a hot day? I asked you that question on my Facebook page. Ramona said lime sherbet ice cream. I do love a sherbet.
Yum.
I love sherbet. So Sheila said ice cream or a caramel frappe. Greta said Oreo ice cream sandwich. Ooh, I do love ice cream sandwiches. Julie said a sunset slushie or a Pelican's snowball. Have you ever had one of those?
Oh, yes.
It's a staple
good.
in Asheboro.
It
So
is.
Christian's probably had several.
I probably spent a lot of money there.
Yeah, so here are some responses that were texted in here on the Good Morning Show. Laura from Greensboro said, I love chocolate gelatos from Loco. That sounds delicious. Another viewer said frozen grapes, the healthier option, but tasty nonetheless, especially on a hot day like today.
I do love some frozen fruit, like a frozen strawberry or a frozen peach.
See, I have frozen fruit every day because I make it with my smoothie. Yeah. So that's not really a treat. That's like a necessity in my life at this point. But like when I think of treat, I think of something I don't have every day, and that would definitely be a caramel frappe. We used to have them every day. Megan and I, every time we went to Read to Succeed, we would make a stop to any place that sold caramel frappes, and we would have one either on the way there or on the way back, and if we didn't get one, we were very upset about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not like crucially upset, but we were like
Pretty disappointed.
definitely.
That was like the
In that-
highlight.
In that case, we should bring Read to Succeed back like right
whoa.
Well, I do miss the kids. Okay, just to be clear, we love seeing the kids.
Yes.
That was the purpose of the assemblies. But yes, the extra added bonus was being able to stop somewhere on the way to or from those assemblies to get a sweet treat.
Exactly, and talk without microphones.
Yeah.
It's always nice. All right, what's your favorite treat?
Honestly, it's got to be ice cream. I can eat it
Yeah.
anytime, anywhere. It doesn't matter what the weather is.
Yeah.
I mean, I can eat it when it's 25 degrees outside and snowing. I love ice cream. It literally is my weakness. It's my downfall.
It's not a downfall. It depends on how much you're eating.
I mean, I have some every week at least.
That's not bad.
No,
I
that's
think
I used to eat it a lot more.
Yeah.
But I love a milkshake.
Yeah. I have ice cream every week, if not every other day.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
See, I
Just
don't
a
buy it
scoop.
anymore because it just gets freezer burn in the freezer. We don't go through it fast enough, and
You will.
I'm sure when the kids get older, we'll have to keep that regularly stocked. I do love the occasional, frozen custard. I love Oreo concretes where it's all mashed down in there. Chocolate Oreo concretes are the best, I think, because I prefer chocolate ice cream to vanilla any day. Do love the occasional turtle ice cream sundae, where you have the vanilla, you have the fudge, you have the butterscotch or caramel, and then the pecans on top, and little cherry.
Speaking my language.
Delish.
So funny, this week, was it this week? Was it National Barbecue Day this week? It
Yes.
was, yeah. We were talking about that earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And I was talking about the big, huge banana split that they have at the barbecue center in Lexington. And it's got all of that on it. And I forgot how many scoops of ice cream is on it, but I'm serious. Like it's a tower.
So tell me about Pelicans.
Oh yes. So it's like shaved ice kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have all the flavors and all the syrups that you can
so
put
it-
on
okay.
it. Yeah.
It's one of Greensboro too, I think.
Oh, okay. So that's just the name of it. It's not like I haven't heard of it before. It's
Oh,
just
right.
Okay, got it. Because I'm like, what is that?
If you've heard of if you've heard of Kona Ice, like the Kona
yes,
Ice truck, it's
yes.
kind of the same thing as that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Now we're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shaved ice with a bunch of sugary syrup on top.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's definitely a way to go. We got a new smoothie maker. Well, I did for Mother's Day. But now the kids are obsessed with helping me make milkshakes. because you can use it to make milkshakes, ice cream, frozen yogurt, even like smoothie bowls. So there are different recipes for each. So we've been really working on that, and they add in the scoops of ice cream, and then we do the fudge, and we have a chocolate shake. So we've been having those a lot lately. Of course, there was yesterday when I told my daughter, we're gonna go get ice cream. And then we decided to get it from McDonald's, and then every one we went to, I swear, like the ice cream machine was down.
broken.
I was just like, you've got to be kidding. But we did find one, and I was glad. And she was very glad because she was getting really frustrated about it.
Mom, how come they don't work?
I know. And I'm like, well, we may just have to have the ice cream that's on home. No, you promised. Exactly. But
It's not the same.
It is. I just
Not to them.
Do you know the incentive for me, the first bank account I ever opened as a kid, the incentive for me to open it was the bank that I was banking with at the time to open a checking account gave you a free milkshake maker.
Oh.
And so I was like, well, no better time
You're
than
like,
now.
I'm doing that. Don't fall for it if it's a credit card.
No, it was just a milkshake maker.
That's so funny. We were talking earlier about how kids never forget things,
They
and I
don't.
shared that my son is obsessed with popsicles now because he saw someone making popsicles on a video, so I'm going to order the little molds and make them, but I'm going to have him eat it outside or in the bathtub. Because if you've had a 2-year-old, you know they are so messy eating even just a Cheez-It. I cannot imagine the popsicle all over the kitchen and the walls. And his sister. I mean, it's going to be everywhere.
Imagine Christian when he gets older. What's your favorite childhood memory? Eating popsicles in the bathtub.
Okay, that was not my idea. It was a suggestion
You
from
did
a
what?
toddler expert on Instagram suggested that, and I see why.
Christian's going to be like, you ate popsicles at the park?
I was like, my mom used to
No,
take me outside.
I just went in the bathtub.
In the bathtub.
It was not even my idea, but it's a good one.
But
Okay.
I mean, we're not judging. It's just funny. So I've never done that, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that you
kids are
shouldn't
messy.
do. Yes, they are. I do know kids are messy.
It's a good idea because when you're done, all you gotta do is turn the water on and just
know.
wash it all away.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, there's a baby pool, something where they can just easily spray themselves off and not track syrup or ants in the house. We already have an ant problem because he takes his snacks to his little playroom.
Yeah, he was like, let me feed.
Yeah, and then I get blamed, and I'm like, no. He tracked it in there.
Oh boy.
Let me know if this page that you're following has any other suggestions, because I would
They
be
have a lot of good
interested.
suggestions.
I'm sure. Maybe I need to start a page, like things to consider. Okay, so let's talk about what y'all are having as sweet treats on a on a hot day to cool you down. Sharon said ice cream and cold watermelon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't even think about watermelon. Philip Walker said, go to Stone Cold Ice Cream. They have great ice cream, and they do. So do Ben & Jerry's. I love that. I just don't like their prices all the time, you know?
Oh, I know.
But like,
You can get like I know. You can get like a little ice cream cone from one of these fast food places for like $1. So then, but it's not the same, but I guess it just depends on what your wallet's looking like. Joanne said, what? How many of you ever made homemade ice cream in an ice cream maker that you turn by hand?
Oh, yes.
Have you done that?
Yes. My grandma makes the absolute, hands down, best homemade strawberry ice cream. And peach. Oh, my gosh. It's amazing. And Joanne may back me up on this. I think ice cream that you make at home in the ice cream maker like that is colder. I think it's colder than what you get in the store.
probably.
Why is that? Because of the ice?
I don't. Maybe that's what it is. Because when you put the salt on it to melt the ice, it may just be because it's just
Right.
freshly melted. I don't know. It always seems colder to me. It's more refreshing to me.
Oh, okay.
So good.
I have
so
not made
good.
homemade ice cream, but I would love to do
Oh,
that.
so good.
The creamery in Julian,
Homeland
Creamery has great ice cream, and
So
they
good.
make it by hand, and we've watched them make it by hand, but I have yet to offer my services. It's hard work because they have those big barrels, and they're like literally like with these big stirrers. Sometimes I've seen some of the staff like using 2 hands to do it, and I'm like, that is. I mean, I know your arms are like jacked because there's no way you can do it any other way.
You do arm workouts. You do it
Yeah, exactly. So Joanne also said you're correct on that.
Good.
By the way, Bobby wanted me to let you know that he likes to drink a glass of wine in the bathtub. So you're not too far off.
Maybe
my
that's what the
gosh,
TikTok
okay.
was. Maybe
That's
it wasn't
way off track,
popsicles.
Right.
No,
We're
okay.
starting habits
I promise.
early.
This was a toddler Instagram page, a toddler expert who suggested the popsicle in the bathtub thing. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So there was a suggestion from Dwayne. He said there's a new homemade ice cream shop at the foot of Hanging Rock State Park.
Oh.
That's
Way to go.
a perfect spot for it after you go on a strenuous hike. You come down, it's a hot
Yeah.
summer day. Pop in and get ice cream. Why didn't I think of that?
That would actually make me actually want to go for the hike, because knowing that when I come back down, I'd have ice
Be
cream.
running down the mountain.
Seriously, I would probably not even go up the mountain. Like, oh, this is the base of the mountain? Cool. Let's turn around and go get some ice cream.
So we've made it kind of like a family tradition on the way to the beach. I'm sure there are people on this feed who have done the same thing, because it's kind of a staple for some families. You stop at the berry patch on the way. The berry patch.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course, the local farm with the big produce stand and the big ice cream shop in the humongous strawberry building that is right off the highway.
Yep, you can't miss it.
No, so we always stop there for ice cream. They have clean restrooms, and it's become kind of like part of our routine, heading to or from the beach, regardless of whether it's summer or it's winter.
You know, when I was 15 or 16, I don't know why this was always a thing for me as a kid, but we have a favorite ice cream spot that we go to at the beach with my family. And as a 15 or 16-year-old, I was like, I don't know why, but I always wanted to work in that ice cream shop.
Is it Calabash Creamery?
That's one of them.
That's a good one.
That's one of them. But I always wanted to work. It's Kirk's Ice Cream Parlor. It's in
Okay.
North Myrtle Beach, kind of on the Cherry Grove side. And I always wanted to work there. I don't know why. I just always wanted to scoop ice cream. I guess because I like ice cream so much. But it has the feel of one of the old ice cream parlors, you know, with the lights and kind of the wood paneling walls. And
Right.
I always wanted to work there as a kid. I don't want to do that anymore, but.
I mean, it would be fun. I always like watching the restaurants or the businesses where they're scooping ice cream, how they get it to soften up
yeah.
so they can scoop it into the bowl or the cone. It's just fascinating to me, and I don't know, little known fact about me, but I would have loved to work in an ice cream parlor too. I'd have been like, a scoop for you, scoop for me.
All right, you can tell we're hungry on a Friday when we spent the past 15, 17 minutes talking about ice cream.
Right, and we didn't even get into cup or cone. But hey, that's another day.
We'll be here a while.
All right. It is 8:02. We do have some morning headlines to get to before we get to our second conversation. We'll start with this. The CDC has now signed off on Pfizer's COVID booster for 5 to 11-year-olds. Children in that group can now get the booster dose 5 months after the primary vaccine series. The American Academy of Pediatrics says COVID cases among U.S. children have climbed 76% in the last 2 weeks. May is a lot of things. It is also Foster Care Awareness Month, and a Greensboro Foster Care Resource Center is making sure families have all the support they need. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller is in Greensboro with the resources on hand.
This is not only a time to thank foster families for opening up their homes to children in need, but to also recognize the organizations that support them. So far this year, more than 400 families have come here to Family Room to shop for items for free for the children they're placed with. Bedding is just some of the items that they provide. And just yesterday, a family came here to pick up 2 twin bed sets. That's why this space is empty, so the need is evident. The Family Room is a nonprofit that receives generous donations from the Greensboro community. Their warehouse has everything foster families could need, from clothing, diapers, toys, strollers, the list goes on. They not only serve families in Guilford County, but all over the Triad, not by choice, but because there are not enough foster parents in the county. Children often are placed in other parts of the state.
That makes it difficult for them to stay in the same school that they were in, for going to the same doctor that they were with. It also makes it hard for siblings. If the siblings had to get separated and go into different homes, it makes it difficult for them to have sibling visitations. Even if bio-family visits can't happen at that point, that sibling bond still needs to be able to happen. And so the more foster parents that we have, the better it is all around for the kids.
In Guilford County, on any given day, there's an average of about 500 children in foster care compared to 90 licensed foster parents. If you're not interested in fostering a child or can't, there are other ways you can support.
That not everyone can foster, but everyone can help. And so people can donate items here, people can volunteer here. We are a nonprofit, so we are completely dependent on financial donations.
And Family Room also helps parents that are at risk of losing their children. If you know someone that is in need, or if you are in need, you can give Family Room a call at 336-900-0878.
Hey guys, get a load of this. You can grab last-minute seats to see Paul McCartney tomorrow night at 8 p.m. at Truist Field in Winston-Salem. It is his only tour stop in the Carolinas. There are some seats available right now on Ticketmaster. Make sure you go on the official Ticketmaster website so you don't get scammed or caught into any problems there. Well, before it gets too hot, you can head to a Triad school to grab fresh produce this morning. Sedge Garden Elementary School is hosting a spring farmers market. You can stop by starting at 10:30 a.m. And this is Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, but it's located in Kernersville.
All right, get there early. It's going to be a scorcher today, y'all. 93 this afternoon. Hot and humid. Not dealing with any storms today, but that chance does come back as we go into the weekend. 92 for your Saturday, with a 30% chance of a scattered shower, maybe a storm into the afternoon hours. We do come back down from the 90s, barely. 89 on Sunday. It's still going to feel like 90 though with the humidity. On Sunday, we'll have some scattered showers and storms for the afternoon. Cold front makes its approach on Monday. That will bring us some rain on Monday. And then we're a little cooler and a little drier by the middle of the week. 75 Tuesday, 78 Wednesday. We're back in the 80s again by Thursday.
All right, we can handle Monday through Thursday.
I can handle that.
We can also handle the weekend because it is, in fact, the weekend. Did you have a good week back, Megan?
I did. First week back from maternity leave with my second baby, and it was, I think, it's as good as it could have been. You know, it was really busy, got thrust into all the election stuff, but it was really nice to see all of you and to hear all of your good wishes at home. I really appreciate it. So it really made what can be kind of a challenging transition a whole lot easier.
Well, we are so glad you're back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's probably something that made Best of GMS because it was one of the highlights of the week. So let's take a look. Here's the Best of GMS.
See ya.
She's back here with us
she is.
on our team on the Good Morning Show. I felt like we should have done a drum roll or something, you know, the most anticipated moment of our year. No, it is good to have you back, though. This feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great. Yeah.
You know, I've been saying a lot of ABCs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lately, so to say something else is awesome, and it's so good to be back.
Where we're going to be hot, and extra hot.
And for your enjoyment, how about some higher humidity?
Ooh. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
I know. And look
if we're going to do it, we might as well.
Maybe if you're suspicious, you might have a rabbit's foot or 4-leaf clover if you can ever find one of those.
Maybe not a rabbit's foot. We don't want PETA coming after us.
Okay, well, it's not real.
Not real?
Oh, man. Do I have to walk away?
Wait, hold on. Did you just blow all of my childhood? They're not real, the keychains?
Okay.
Bye.
Can we just enjoy this for a second?
What, peace and quiet?
I want to see how long she'll go.
Rude. You don't have to.
She's mouthing it.
Don't let him control you. Live your life.
Here.
Thank you. Thank you, Christian. I'm only doing
live
it
your life.
because you're right.
WFMY is going to feature and have a direct feed from NASA, and so you can just log in and watch it from there.
Yeah,
you know,
from
that
your
would
couch.
that would be really cool.
That really
yeah.
would be
Some
cool.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta have the popcorn.
You gotta have the popcorn.
Or some moon pie.
Oh.